suggestions when negotiating with an insurance company on these issues, okay? Some of the carriers will count on the passage of time and hope basically that the plaintiff, the plaintiff's witnesses, the witnesses to the action either die or are no longer in the area and can't testify, and therefore you won't have a case. So you got to be cognizant of that. Others feel it may take longer, and if they could settle the case out quickly and don't have to get involved in litigation, it may be worth it. So you may want to consider that. If the liability is weak and the exposure is less, the insurance company may not be in a hurry to really settle the case, so you want to move those cases along quickly if you think you have a good case. Issue that they will look at also is, did the defendant immediately go to the hospital or did he go back to work? If he went back to work, there's a problem because section, I think it's 9 of the 50102, I'm not going to look up there, but the 90 days immediately after the accident issue may approach. So you want to be careful about that. Insurance companies usually are typically, and I know that person up above, over there. Hi there. I forgot your name. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I know the insurance companies sometimes like to settle the cases at the end of the month or at the end of the year specifically. So you may want to consider that when you're negotiating. What I used to do, and I'm giving you my secrets, but what I used to do is October came around and it's time. And I used to be sitting with about 120 negligence cases, which is probably too much, and that's probably why I left the old firm and ended up in the hospital. And I really didn't want to be the richest person in the grave. So I made a decision to leave, but I used to basically bring about 10 or 15 cases over to the Arbitration Association, and they used to have these insurance meetings, and if I could settle 5 or 6 in a day, it was a good day. In fact, it was a good month, especially if we were hitting some big cases. So, and sometimes it made a year, depending upon the cases. So I throw that out to you. Some adjusters may have a quota system, or there's been a change in management. Sometimes that happens, and you want to be cognizant of that when negotiating with them. However, communication is always essential, and it's always good to try to have a good colloquy between the insurance rep and yourself, because it's not just this case, but it's all the other cases. If you're going to be doing this a lot, it's all the other cases that you have that may have an impact. We had this one case that I was talking to you about with the older gentleman who now is in a walker, and I have a fairly good rapport with the attorneys, and we're trying to work together on it, and I think it would probably serve both parties well to try to settle it or put it into arbitration or mediation to resolve it. Let's see, how much time? Is there any questions at this point in time? Any answers? Okay, I know it's a Saturday and you guys are saying, oh, it's almost lunchtime. And I'm looking at it. What time is it now? I guess I have a little bit more time to go with it. Let me see if I have any other real issues I want to talk about. I can talk to you guys about something that's dear to me, and I'll just throw this out to you, okay? If you're going to develop